Hey, what's up, everybody? If you're tuning in, we're about to get started here and just waiting for our final speaker, and then I'll see you on the other side. If you have any questions, I'll be looking at this, so just drop in comments, questions you might have. Hey y'all, we're not ready to get started just yet. We'll be getting started in the next like 10 minutes. So JL, thank you for jumping in here. But we're gonna get started here in about 10 minutes. Hey everyone, thank you for your patience as we get started here. People are getting seated right now. Looks like we have all of the speakers here. We got a full house. If you're based in Las Vegas, it would have been cool for you to come join us. But we will see you here on the live stream. If you have any questions about AI for any of the speakers, just drop them in the comments. We'd be happy to answer them and get into some incredible dialogue that we're about to do right here. So thank you for tuning in. I'm going to turn off my camera and audio for a moment again until we get started. All right, we're going to be getting started here in a couple minutes.
So just sit down here. So I just sit down here.
Yes, everyone wants to get too.
Okay.
We might have to leave early.
That's okay. Don't worry.
We'll take a picture with you.
Yeah.
Oh, the three of us.
Oh, what's up,
Joe?
Joe?
Oh my God, how are you? Nice to meet you. Can we take a picture with you really quick for our mastermind? Here, Elizabeth, you want to get in the
Hey, good to see you.
We're like the AI team, AI. Yes,
How are you? You're good. Good to see you. You too.
ChatGPT.
Yeah.
You want to do anything? ChatGPT. This is Suriel. You know him?
Yes.
Everybody knows each other. This guy's popular. This guy's the man. I'm here. So you're here to
Hey, how's it going, man? You made us always look fantastic. I know. I gotta tell you, man. You're probably one of the best.
just give me like a when you
It's the same thing. Do you want this hat or this hat? You want this hat or that's it? Okay, I'll take that.
another side.
What's your good shot?
All right, we're about to get started again, just getting the crowd to sit down. So thank you for sticking around. Ready, Suriel?
We're here with Lune Solomons, Robert Kumar Group. Today we put together this class on artificial intelligence, or as everyone calls it, AI. We're super excited to bring this class together for you. So I'm going to get right into it and introduce our speakers. We have Suriel Cruz.
Woohoo! Suriel!
Elias Benjelloun.
Yeah.
Tyson DeLaCruz.
Tyson.
Elizabeth Lopez. And Jeff Fargo.
Yeah, I'm ready, right? So how are you guys?
Good.
So quiet, right? So low energy. All right, so can you go with the first slide, please? So I know everybody's been hearing about AI every day around social media, right? I think ChatGPT broke record in 5 days. Like, I think they reached so many users less a couple of days than compared to Facebook and other social media platforms. And how has AI in my business implemented? How has AI? I use AI in my business. Uh, who agrees that either we adapt to the new stuff, or we get left behind, or we get left behind and be in the dust? Like a lot of people, who remembers when TikTok came out years ago? Everybody's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna get into TikTok." Now everybody's hopping into TikTok. Who remembers a couple years when social media was around and Facebook, Instagram started to go around, and everybody's like, "Oh, I don't want to get into social media." Now everybody's hopping into social media, right? It's the same thing that's going on with AI. You gotta adapt to what's going on in the world, because if we don't adapt to what's going on in the world, we're gonna get left behind. Unless you guys want to be left behind. Right now, AI is just starting, so more than ever, it's time to start adapting to the new technology and embrace the new technology. It's no longer a thing to use technology and use social media, but also AI is technology, is part of the technology. So it's more important to be up to date to a modern age that we are living on. It's so important to use the technology we're using. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. It doesn't matter real estate. I don't care what industry you're in. It's so important to use it because it helps you improve your customer service. It helps you improve content. Like for me, it's crucial to use AI. I've been using AI since it came out. Myself as a content creator, at the beginning I was kind of scared. I'm like, what am I going to use AI for? Then I started going more deeper, and then I started to use like, this is actually really good. It actually helps me 100x my business. So as part of it, this is the way you could use social media. You go both social media content. There's 4 steps you have to do. Very easy. I created 3 months of content. So I created 3 months of content using AI, generated AI for 6 months. And the first thing is, step 1 is go to schedule 100 contents in your less than an hour using Canva, ChatGPT, Google Sheets, and CRM for social media scheduling from Techstars that I use it for. So all the things that are implemented from AI are created by chatbots and all of that. That's part of it. And here's prompt. Step 1 is to prompt. So you got to be an expert in social media. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. You can put, real estate, give me content for real estate, and it'll give you that content for social media as a realtor or a lender or whatever industry you're in. So that's part of it that I use for AI. And then the second step will be organize content on Google Sheets. This is the things that I implemented myself and my business to use Google Sheets and just write the content. And I implement the content here. And the step 3 is to build and create Canva and templates. So there's some examples after step 4 when you go after this. Step 4 is using the CRM. So the CRM it has AI included on the chat box, meaning, so let's say I got my tap card right here. So I can tap it in, and then it goes implemented to my CRM, and then my chat box are talking to you using the AI CEO that me and my partner Elias created. So that's part of it, using the AI CEO CRM. And the result is Here are the results that I've been using. I created these posts. Maybe you guys follow me on social media. You might see like, why is Suriel posting every day? It doesn't come out of content, right? So I have content for like 3 to 6 months. So a lot of people keep saying, oh, is he posting every day? How's he posting every day? This is a schedule. This is a schedule. So this is all that's scheduled from AI, created by AI, meaning I'm not posting. It's all automation and CRM. So I'm not posting. The only thing I just gotta focus on creating reels. But it has helped me in that way. So I'm like, oh, I'm out of content. No, now I have 3 months, 6 months of content posting. I just focus on creating reels for videos. And then like I'm not putting less work. It's less work for me, and also it helps me like get more attention. That's why you see me super active on social media because everything's all automation. It's AI. So it has helped me, my business, take care of other stuff and take care of clients. So more than ever, that's why it's so easy to use it. AI, if you don't use it that way, this is the way it has helped me in my business. And I've gotten so much attention, so many clients left and right, so many leads that I don't have to look for them. They come to me. You know, that's part of it that AI has been part of me and has been helping my business in my way. And these are some other examples as you can see that, you know, they're there on social media. They're all posting consistent every day. So it's all scheduled by AI, CRM. And that's pretty much it. And this is the AI CEO that I use. You guys can use it. You can purchase it for $12. But it's one of the easiest things to use. You guys have any questions? Yes.
Have you seen a difference in your engagement on social media now that you're using AI for your business?
Yes. Because also I've seen it. The engagement is very crazy, but also I'm engaging with my audience every day. So I don't just post stuff. I also engage with my audience every day, every platform, because I'm so used to it. I'm addicted to it, pretty much because of that. Yeah, because of that, right? So I engage with my audience. I comment on their stuff, and then I build relationships. So it doesn't matter if I'm posting consistent. There's a point of, this is the thing I tell one of my clients. You can post every day, but if you engage with your audience, what's the point of having 1 million followers today if you can't even manage 1,000 followers?
Okay, it's good to have you in this shot. You got a beautiful face. Yeah. All right, Suriel. Woo.
So next to Tyson, right?
Yep. All right, they said I had 15 minutes. The other day, my spouse was like, hey, the kid's getting off of work, she'll be home in 15 minutes. I said, listen, all I need is 3. So but this presentation will just be a little bit longer than that. All right, so presentation today is unlock your business potential using social media platforms, replicating AI, or using AI. How do you want me to do this?
Yeah.
So can you click on my computer?
So my intention today is to shorten the learning curve when it comes to creating content, growing your business on social media through social media videos. Make sense? Cool? Who am I? Just really, really quick. Who am I and why do you care? So my name is Tyson DeLaCruz. These are the series of brands that I have. That brand on the far right is the Help Guru. That is a nonprofit that's affiliated with Cruz Society. We help individuals overcome anxiety and depression. Ascend Living is our transitional living facility where we focus on acquiring assets for transitional living facilities. Arrow Capital is a small syndication. And then Kiaya Wellness is my newest brand. It is a private medical practice that treats anxiety and depression through alternative and holistic healing modalities. One of the modalities is psychedelic clinical-based therapy. AI, how many people in the room are using AI right now? Cool. And obviously you guys are interested in it. And so AI is not going to replace you. Somebody who is using it is going to replace you. AI is absolutely great. It's amplified production and increased our revenue in total on these different brands. Here's an outline of what I'm gonna hit really quick. So mindset regarding posting. local, global, short form AI edits, mass posts, finding your niche, and building a tribe.
Thank you for saying niche, by the way, not niche.
Niche.
No, thank you for saying
Niche.
niche. Thank
You are. Okay. So before we start, let's talk about mindset. Next. What are some of the biggest objections holding you guys back when it comes to posting on social media? Just random. Having content. What else? Editing. Super easy. What else? Yeah. Clarity. Cool. What else? Anything else? Nope. All those things are like legitimate reasons or roadblocks from stopping individuals from starting on social media. So when it comes to the mindset of social media, you just got to be generally prepared to post a lot of freaking content. You have to post a lot of posting. One post per week talking about your fettuccine alfredo at the local Olive Garden isn't going to cut. Sorry. Prepare to be judged. That is going to be one of the big things. You're going to be out and about. You're going to be judged. You know, people are going to talk crap. They're going to say, "Oh, he's doing this. He's doing that. What's this guy doing? Who does he think he is?" Getting out of your comfort zone is one of the main things, also, because being in front of people, talking in front of people, experiencing like the feedback. I get a lot of negative feedback on YouTube, but like I think it's fucking funny. And then the long-term play. Social media is a long-term game. How many people think social media is local or global? Yes. Global. Next slide. Cool. So these are some metrics from my account. What is this? 20 million accounts reached, and it shows top areas. So United States, Germany, United Kingdom. Regarding revenue when it comes to social media, this is Instagram. Generally, monthly on Instagram, I probably generate anywhere from like $700 to $1,000 a month just on Instagram posts. It's gone down because I haven't posted a lot because I've been working on some other stuff, but we'll get into that. Next. I'm Janet. I'm Janet. Okay. So captions and short form content. I've worked with the virtual assistant to create short form content, to chop up my long form content. I've tried social media managers for rebranding and re-strategy. I currently, and I have paid an editor, $2,500, $3,000 a month to chop up my long form content, short form content. And I posted it myself in the beginning. All these things can be absolutely frustrating, especially when it comes to costs associated with it, and then the trial and error of going through VAs and seeing what systems work. But the cool thing is with AI, a product like Get Munch, how many people have heard about Get Munch? Don't type it incorrectly in the URL because you won't get something, it's going to be chasing you all day. I did it. Didn't come out there. How many people have heard of Get Munch? A few? Okay. Get Munch takes the long form content and drops it into short form content automatically. You can place any URL link, so any website, any Google Drive link, you can place anything into Get Munch, and it'll create these short form pieces of content. And next slide. And with this, what's great about this is when it creates this short form content, it pulls keywords and phrases that are highlighted from your long form content and shows you what's currently trending. This is fire. It also creates captions on your videos. There's a series of different styles that you can use in regards of creating captions, so you don't have to pay an editor. There is a monthly charge to this. This isn't free, but it's significantly less than paying an editor. And then you can adjust, and it'll give you an idea, like, oh, cool, that was a highlight, but let me just like kick it back a little bit more, or bring it forward just a little bit more, so you can get that right that bright like highlight wheel. Next slide, please. Here's an example of the short form content. So it highlighted specific trending topics, and it broke down, I think it gave me like 12 or 15 videos in less than 30 minutes. And I'll show you guys how to post that in a minute. Are you guys getting value right now?
Yeah.
Super dope. Get Munch, like Munch. It's like, I think it's $29. I think it's 29 bucks. This one's free. You have 75 minutes of free. This is video.ai. It does something similar. It breaks up, next slide. It breaks up captions, and it breaks up the long form content, creates captions into different styles. You have 75 minutes to do it each month, and it continues to like reload. It's a free piece, super dope. Yeah. Rich is the man. This is actually one of my favorite iOS Apple apps. Sorry, Android users, this isn't available for you. This is called Captions. I spoke to the team at Captions. They will be launching a desktop version for this soon. If you're not on their like chat board or whatever, just enroll and they'll tell you when it's being launched. But this is actually one of my favorite things. So it creates, we just film behind a green screen, we add the graphics on there, and then it adds the captions, and it can add emojis, and you can add sound effects, and it all does it with AI. All right, we're trucking along. Mass posting. So what we do is we take these features, downloading from Get Munch and video, and then we upload it in a platform called Metricool. How many people have heard of Metricool? A few. So Metricool is a auto posting platform. You can also do this on TechStart as well. Metricool and TechStart, they highlight metrics on what post is the most pungent, which one's not, which one's trending. Next slide. We want to treat your social media just like any other business. Because if you're like quasi doing social media, you're quasi going to get results. That's just what it is. That's with everything in life, right? So you want to treat it like a business. You want to know your metrics. You want to know your KPIs, key performance indicators. You want to know what's working and what's not working. Because ultimately, we're on social media, yes, to make friends and yes, to do all these other things. But how many of you guys want to generate business from social media? I do. Jeff does. Elias does. Suriel does. We all generate business through social media. And that's the main reason why we do it. Work on your hooks and then be authentic. How much time I got? 5? Okay, cool. Increase personal clarity and motivation when it comes to posting. Clarity, purpose on everything. Clarify your reasons why you're doing things, and clarify your core beliefs. Your core beliefs just in general with life, with social media posting. If you have core beliefs, people are going to follow your core beliefs, and they're just going to follow you. Next, please. All right, words framework. Let's go all the way. So the words framework is write a purpose statement. I'm going to give you guys these slides at the end, by the way. So words framework, write down a purpose statement, why you do your thing. I do this so that people, whatever. I sell houses so people can receive financial wealth and abundance for generations. About pages. Add all your about pages, LinkedIn, social media. Make sure that those are dialed in with emojis, attractive, hooks, and all that. We already went through that. Write in your bio, LinkedIn, all that good stuff. Next. Keep going. Okay. Defining the story that you're going to tell. Everybody navigates through triumphs, trial and error, obstacles. Share that shit. Like, people don't resonate with winners all the time. Michael Jordan lost. I was just talking to Jeff the other day, or today actually, and I watched The Last Dance again the other day, It's a documentary on Netflix. Michael Jordan lost. He played baseball. He sucked for a little bit. He came back. People love these stories. So share them. We can see. Get that. Cool. Short and sweet. Here's the main thing. Is building a tribe. You can go to that building a tribe slide. Building a tribe is super important because the tribe's that's where you're gonna generate the revenue. People that expect your newsletter, people that expect, you can create these newsletters using ChatGPT. People that expect your newsletter. And this is just the framework of super fans, engaging audience, casual audience. There's a great book by Pat Flynn, if you guys haven't heard of it. It's called Super Fans, great pickup. Embrace the weird, give all your quirks, all that stuff. You guys are gonna get this slide by me. And you guys can read through it when you're on the toilet later. So here's the key thing. When you're talking about buzzwords and what you do, like, oh, I refinance mortgages and do all these other things, and I affordable housing, all this stuff. Use ChatGPT to say, and Jeff's gonna go over this in super detail. Dumb it down. Add it to a 6th grader, like what you do. Use ChatGPT, say, I am a 6th grader, or use 6th grader verbiage to create what I do, like flipping houses or selling mortgages or whatever. I think we're almost done. Keep going. Coffee's kicking in. Block your calendar. So just like I said, it's important to block your calendar out, because if you're not blocking this and treating it like a business, you're not going to do it. Always have an outline. You don't need fancy equipment. iPhones are super dope. Anything like iPhone 10 and up, super dope. You don't need a microphone. You can use your AirPods. If you guys text the word super to this, you'll get the whole slide, and then you guys can see it and read it later while you're on the toilet. Did I do it in less than 5 minutes? I did. Do you guys have any questions? Any questions about anything? Solid? Okay, perfect. Thank you guys so much.
Super dope. All right, Elizabeth's next. Okay, cool.
Good evening, and thank you for coming out today. So I'm going to talk about a little bit about the AI trends and some of the tools that I've been utilizing, and then in addition to that, I'm going to go into some prompt engineering, so I'm going to do some live demos for you as well. My name is Elizabeth. I go by Liz Lopez, and just a little bit about me. I've been working real estate the last 16 years. I work as an economic development specialist as well. So a lot of the redevelopment projects attracting business development to come to Las Vegas and trying to grow the tech and entrepreneurial ecosystem. And by that, but first, let me go over okay, there you go, thank you. So basically, I'm known as your city champion for economic diversification, attracting businesses, those big tech companies that come to relocate to Las Vegas. I work with a lot of small businesses and entrepreneurs. I probably touched over 400 businesses that I've helped in one way, form, or another. And currently, we partner with TechieAI.org. If you're not sure, you've never heard of TechieAI.org, it's a really great networking place where you can get connected with people that are generating ideas, startups. If you're interested in tech and trying to flirt with AI, UI, Vegas programming, the metaverse, blockchain, business essentials, and if you're a startup and you're wanting to do like a live demo, you can come to Tech Alley and be a part of that. It is free. It is held every 3rd Saturday of the month in the downtown arts district. Just go to TechAlley.org. So I partner with them and open up, and I also have a ChatGPT Mastermind Meetup that has been taking off as well. And I'm a big giver. I'm a big believer of giving back to the community. So I sit on the board of a nonprofit called Village of Becoming. And right now we are raising scholarship funds to help underserved youth go to college and get an education, improve their quality of life. So if you're interested, please connect with me on that. And any rebels in here?
Yeah.
Yay, go Rebels! So background, I did receive my bachelor's in finance at UNLV and went back for my executive MBA. So it's just a little bit of background about me. I'm very personable and want to get to know you all as well. So some AI trends in businesses. If we look at approximately how many businesses are embracing AI technology, 35% of corporations are embracing technology in one form or another. 25% of small businesses say that technology can actually elevate their businesses, and 85% of owners say that they have used technology to help them elevate and succeed. And there's this fun fact out there. So AI is really taking off. It's been taking off the last few years, but ever since ChatGPT, it really has taken off in the last 6 months. Well, there's a statistic out there that says in 2015 and between 2015 and 2019, the number of businesses that are going to be utilizing AI is going to increase by 270%. And that's a big number because that is definitely going to change how we do business, not only business-wise, but on a personal level as well. Next slide, please. And the worldwide AI market is expected to reach $300 billion by 2026. There are so many different platforms coming up, and I'll talk about a tool to actually keep up with those trends. But 80% of businesses and IT leaders agree that it has increased their productivity and has created jobs. There is a statistic out there that says it's going to eliminate about 85 million jobs, or well, 92 million jobs will be created because of AI tools. So one of the tools that you can utilize to actually educate yourself on what tools that your business can use if you're an entrepreneur. By the way, how many people are small businesses out here? Or entrepreneurs? Okay, so probably about almost half the room. And how many people have actually used ChatGPT? So almost 50% as well. Okay, well, if you're wanting to keep an eye on all the cool tools coming out there with AI, go to futuretools.io, and you could actually go in here and you could use this to figure out what tools for your businesses will work for you. It's really cool. Like, you could go in there and say, I'm YouTube, and then it'll pull up a bunch of AI tools that you could connect or do plugins with YouTube. So that's just one tool out there as well. And I'm just going to go into a little bit about ChatGPT because currently I use ChatGPT to not only do business, but also my personal life as well. You want to create a meal plan, you could do that with ChatGPT. So what is ChatGPT? It's an OpenAI tool, and it's a language processing tool. And it's basically like having a research assistant at your fingertips. Literally, you could ask it and prompt engineer it to do anything that you could possibly imagine. The data is limited, and it goes up to 2021. So it scrubs information from the internet up until the year 2021. But they're working on trying to improve that. And it does hallucinate a little bit, so you always want to fact check it and make sure that those facts are actually correct. So just be aware of that. And you could actually ask it questions and have a conversation with it. You could say, okay, like, I'm bored. What are top 10 things to do in Las Vegas right now? And it will generate a list for you. So yes, one important thing, but we have to embrace this technology, otherwise we're going to get left behind. And this is the time to actually embrace it. It's so new, and everybody's still trying to embrace it and gather all the tools that are out there for them. But this is the time where we could get on early and jump on board before you get left behind, and you don't want to be that statistic that you're being replaced by AI. And I agree with that one comment earlier today. Yeah. So what are entrepreneurs using ChatGPT for? I pulled up a list, and obviously it helps you save time, reduce increase efficiencies, and reduce costs. So a lot of people are using it to create content, copywriting. People are writing books out of ChatGPT, and idea generation. If you wanted a list of different places to go to when you're in maybe San Diego or whatever city you're visiting, that will generate also ideas for you. Customer support. It can be used to create huge sections if you're a business, and then just asking it to post, to actually incorporate the content for you, and you copy and paste it over into your social media platforms as well. And people are using it for research and analytical tools too. And I'll do some live demos for you as well, just to kind of give you an idea of how you can utilize the tool. Next slide. So also people are using it for proofreading and editing. You could go in there and copy an email and say reply to email, and then you could come up with a reply that sounds very maybe informational. If you wanted to reply, rewrite the email as information or educational. You could tell it the tone of how to write the email for you. So learning and development, people are obviously educating themselves using tools like ChatGPT, and also for networking. So how can you use ChatGPT? You could create a list. You could do long written prompt essays, email templates like the examples I just given you. You could ask it to solve complex problems, and if you're a coder, you could actually ask it to debug your code and even write code for you. And I know some people are going to go into this a little bit more, but you could actually have it rewrite this essay as a fifth grader. Like if it's too detailed and you're reading a book or you're reading a chapter, you could just copy that chapter in there and say, give me the 5 top bullet points of this summary. What else? So you could actually ask it to create instructional guides. So I'm going to make a 5-day meal plan. Ask it for conversation advice if you wanted to, but take it with a grain of salt. It's not all, like again, it hallucinates, so don't forget. And like I mentioned before, you could write a debug code with it. So next slide. So I'm gonna get into some prompt engineering tools on some live demos. And these are some of the prompt engineers that you can actually ask it to do. And I'll give you an example of the information that spits out and how it spits it out, and then how you can actually take that content and you can reword it as well, put it in your own language. But let me go ahead and show you, give you an example of how that works.
Are you opening up ChatGPT?
Yeah.
Awesome.
This intermission is sponsored by the Robert Coomer Group. Searching for a loan, looking to refund, call the Robert Coomer Group. They won't fuck you like other people in town.
So I've actually
Ian, that enough time?
we got a short demo, yes. Thank you.
Got you.
So here's an example of what I've actually asked it to do with some of the prompt engineers. I asked it to act as a small business advisor and give me a step-by-step business plan for a cleaning company. And this is the content that it came up with. So you could also ask it for the resources of where to find this information. So once you start prompt engineering it, you could continue to ask it questions, and it builds upon the content that's already created from it. So let me go ahead and show you how that works. So anybody interested in creating a business plan?
Yes.
Okay, what type of business would you be interested in?
This is an insurance broker.
Okay.
I'm gonna get more specific, but yeah, let's just do it like that general.
Okay, I'm gonna say create a 4-page business plan for an insurance broker in Las Vegas, providing the resources and links to resource websites. So there it goes.
Do you recommend hooking up to Google? Because it then sends all those like links to like separate sites and stuff to go to.
You could, well, it actually pulls up and scrubs information information from the internet. It uses algorithms and AI technology to scrub a lot of this information from the internet. I know there's certain plugins that you can utilize, but I don't know about how it works with Google. I would fact check it through Google though, and make sure that the information is correct.
Can you scroll up so I can, or can you just copy and paste and send that to my email? But I want to screenshot the question that you typed.
Sure.
That was a really good question, the way that you worded it.
Yeah, so that's really the key is the prompt engineer tools that you utilize and how you actually, what you prompt engineer to get the information back from. And there is a lot of cool tools out there that gives you prompt engineer tools. Like you could just Google, give me top prompt engineering tools for XYZ. And it'll give you a list of what tools you can utilize and the language you use when plugging it into ChatGPT.
Yeah, if you want, you could just take your copy paste and that's my email.
Absolutely. So that's just one example, right? And then of course, obviously you want to fact check it. There is a small business development center that helps people with stuff like this as well. But that's just one way to actually utilize this. You can utilize it to create a 5-day meal plan. Let me do that really fast. I don't have time. Okay. So I'm going to ask you to create a 5-day paleo-based meal plan with 3 meals per day. Providing me the recipes and ingredient list. So there you go. So you could not only use it for business, but you can use it for personal use as well. And this is a free tool that's being utilized every day. I pay for the ChatGPT 4, version 4, and it's $20 per month. But I just wanted to give you examples of how it's being able to use and utilize on business, but also personal. How many people could use that meal plan?
For the summertime?
Yeah, it's beach party time, right? Yeah. Okay, so those are some of the prompt engineer. These are some other prompt engineer tools that you could plug into ChatGPT as well. Act as a financial analyst and provide me with a projections for a $500,000 budget. Translate this document into Spanish. So you could plug in a whole article and say, translate this for me in Spanish. Obviously, you probably want to get somebody to just check it for you, but for the most part, it works really, really well. Act as a marketing expert and provide me with 5 inspiring business names for an insurance broker company. And it will come up with 5 creative names for you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Create a list of bullet points that feature the benefits of an insurance broker company. So these are just some of those prompt engineers that are out there for you that you can actually utilize. Oh.
I've actually used it to write property descriptions.
Yeah.
It's basic stuff, and I'll say, write it as Dr. Seuss, and it sounds just like a Dr. Seuss story.
Yes. You could actually give it tones. You could ask it to write like 50 Cent, whoever you want the tone to write with. Cardi B, yeah.
I've been using it lately I'll type out an email, and then I'll copy and paste it and I'll say, make this email better. And then I'll say, give me a subject line for this email. And it makes me sound smart.
Yeah, yeah, you could, yeah.
I did for like smaller states. I wrote in my kids' absence notes, email, and then say them like why were they sick, the date, the time, their names, and everything. But so just send it out.
I've had people write storybooks for their children, and it's personalized to them, and create pictures on DALL-E. DALL-E is another cool tool that's by OpenAI.
I wrote letters to the IRS. It was amazing. Amazing. It like took 2 seconds. I was like, oh my god. Like Internal Revenue Service. This is I was like, oh my god. The best thing ever.
Yeah.
But I still look over it, put in the social, I put it, but the wording it gets because it's still a language generator. So it knows how to speak to the IRS.
Yeah.
So it's
And
amazing.
tell people what your business is.
so a lot of the LLC people that are going to get the $600 schedule C, those are all my clients. I do fans only. I do all social media. Like I am this
Yeah.
right
Oh,
here.
you do only.
So she's utilizing it for writing back to the IRS.
No, but that's clients.
Oh. I heard you say fans only.
I heard business plans.
I'm just getting out like my houses because we have to do the brokerage thing for them. I help all of them. Like make sure you pay taxes, go see your loan officer.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing. The capabilities of this is just like, again, having a research assistant at your fingertips, literally. And another cool tool that I've been dibbling into a little bit, how many people have to do PowerPoint presentations, or you're a storyteller through like social media or social media content, blogger, or anything like that? Okay, so there's this cool tool called Tone, and it creates AI-powered presentations through storytelling. So you could actually build a compelling story in a matter of a few minutes through a PowerPoint presentation, and I'll give you a live demo on that really quick as well. But you could create AI-driven PowerPoints where it generates all the material and content for you, and uploads pictures for you on a PowerPoint. And I'll give you a quick live demo of that. But you can create video content from it, and they give you 500 free credit points. And if you wanted to actually purchase it or utilize it, the professional level is only $8 per month. So I asked it to create a PowerPoint on real estate investing, and this is what it generated for me. And I left the information there raw. I left the raw data in there so you could see what actually came out. It generated the exact topic, real estate riches, how to build wealth through property investment. Oh, and you could actually create this to actually tell your story for you.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Elizabeth Lopez, your local real estate specialist and economic development specialist for the Las Vegas Valley. And today, my presentation will be about real estate riches and how to build wealth through property investments.
And you could actually create this.
And just to give you an overview of what we'll be discussing today, I will talk about the introduction to real estate and how to go about doing that, the benefits of real estate investment depending on the market as well, the types of real estate investments that there are, whether it's real estate passive income or just like homes, and financing of real estate investments, the typical different types of financing that there are out there in the market currently right now, and the property management as well as the risk of real estate
But all of
investment.
this content
And that also will vary depending on
all of this content was actually created on Tone. So it imported all this information through AI technology and the pictures. So here's one topic, introduction to real estate, and obviously you could clean this up and do bullet points if you want. But for the most part, it creates and brings all the content for you and the pictures into a PowerPoint slide. And this is exactly, I didn't edit any of this PowerPoint, by the way. These are all the slides that it created just by me prompting create a PowerPoint presentation about real estate investing. So this is,
Can you pick the images as well for you?
it picked the images as well. You could change that out. You could change out those images. And you could probably create about 5 PowerPoint slides for free, and then it starts charging you $8 per month.
Oh, wow. That's great.
So here, I'll give you a quick example, financing real estate investments, property management, risk of real estate investments. I didn't have to look up a thing. I just told it to create a PowerPoint about real estate investing.
That's amazing.
And within a matter of 30 seconds, it created this whole PowerPoint for me.
How do you know you're not infringing on copyright?
What was that?
How do you know that you're not infringing on copyright by using it?
Well, I wouldn't verbatimly use this content. There are AI tools that you can plug in to see if it's infringing, but I personally would not use this content word for word. I would go in there and re-edit it and create bullet points. So I would highly encourage people to use it.
Yeah, I mean, I would use Quillbot just to at least
Yeah,
reorder
it's the same
the
thing.
words.
It's the same thing with writing a book. And then now they're letting people say that I created this content using ChatGPT. So now you're able to publicly, like, this disclose and put that on there as a
Because if
like
you
a
look
reference.
at the, if you look at the fine points of terms of service on ChatGPT, they'll tell you that you hold them harmless from committing infringement matters. As a matter of fact, the sticky point of using any copyrighted information is the fact that you not only hold them harmless, but the person that feels these infringements have to try to get at you as well. You know, so it's just a very fine tuning.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a very fine line, and I think that's still a great area for that too. And here's some other, I know I'm out of time. So here's some other popular tools, Dale, Bubble. Bubble, if you're building a SaaS platform, it's a really cool tool. I'm starting to dibble that a little bit. Sidekick, create a landing page in 1 minute. Firefly summarizes meetings and is like an assistant. So you know how you're typing all these notes during a WebEx meeting? Well, Firefly is able to create all those content notes for you. Synthesia, an AI narrator, which is probably what you were thinking, that I had an AI narrator on there. No, that was actually me talking pre-recorded. But these are some other cool, popular tools as well. And for those of you that don't know, I have a ChatGPT Mastermind. Just go to meetup.com, the ChatGPT Mastermind. And if you want to connect with me personally, you could go ahead and scan a barcode. The previous slide?
No, that was the right one.
No, you're on the right one. Go to the last one. There you go. That's it.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
I think I'm next, Elizabeth. Yeah. Sorry, Jeff. Yes, please.
No. I'll just sit here.
Can you get that up for a second with the QR code?
Hey, what's up, everybody? First off, while Jenna's doing that, let's give her a round of applause and a round of applause for the RCG for letting us be here. It's great. See some familiar faces, some new faces as well. I'm also live on LinkedIn. So hello, LinkedIn folks. Thank you for tuning in as well. I've got some slides on here, and I'm going to take over the laptop. Thank you, Jenna. I'm going to double laptop. It's like double fisting, but better. Okay. Give me 1 second. All right, there we go. Going superhuman with AI. That's what this is about. And we're also trying to make sure that this is relevant to all of y'all, who many of you are realtors and lenders. So let's get into it, okay? So how is AI impacting the real estate business? Well, one is content. You've heard a lot about content today. How to quickly create content, social media, email marketing, blogs, real estate reports even. You can do a lot of that jazz, right? Number two is the customer experience. Personalizing customer experiences with chatbots and CRMs. And I'm actually going to show you some cool tech today that will allow you to do that. And then number three is big data. And so I just want to give everybody a warning. You heard it from me first. Real estate investment trusts, iBuyers, they're probably coming back. Okay, the reason why they went away in the first place is because they weren't able to price things accurately in terms of buying and selling properties. Well, now AI is going to essentially be applied by these massive giants. I just spoke to CEO of a big data company called Boss AI. They're doing $80 million a year developing these types of products already. And we're just in the beginning of this. And so it's crazy. I know I just ran into this. My name is Elias Benjelloun. I'm the founder of TechStart. We're a software implementation company, do a bunch of different things. But I want to make sure that this is super valuable for y'all, so we're going to keep it focused on the value. And today, I'm going to be talking about AI-powered CRMs, how to implement some of this AI, integrate it into your CRM so you can just 10x, 100x yourself, like Suriel and Tyson and these folks are all doing. And so, just to take a step back, what is a CRM? Whether you know it or not, you have a CRM, because a CRM is your stack of strategies and ways to interact with your clients, okay? So whether that's your cell phone or notebook, whatever it is, you have a CRM. It stands for Customer Relationship Management, all right? And so my company, TechStart, we've developed a CRM and we implement that for businesses, and we've added in a layer of AI to just really amplify what you can do with it. And so the generative landscape for AI is constantly changing. We've heard that already. And there's a bunch of different tools. I also do a mastermind. It's a free mastermind every Friday at 1 p.m. where I go over a bunch of these topics. You're all welcome to join me for that. But let's keep this moving. Before I get going to the next piece, just by a raise of hands, like who here is between a 1 and a 3 on AI by a raise of hands? Like proficiency level, okay. Yeah. All right, nice guy, cool. Thanks for being honest. Well, who here is a 4 or a 5? All right, I see some 4s and 5s. Awesome. Well, great. If you're a 4 or a 5, I hope to take it to a 10. I'm just kidding. We can always help each other out. One of the things I want to talk about today, share with y'all, is how to use AI in your email marketing, okay? And every time somebody says email marketing is dead, I'm like, you're crazy, okay? Obviously, you just don't have a list. You're probably just cold emailing people. You forget to follow up. Like, you don't keep track of your systems, right? Let me just assure you, email is very much alive, okay? And the reason why email is alive and the reason why these marketing channels are alive is it's about relationships, okay? That's what all of this is about in the first place, relationships. Oh, yeah? I don't know. I want the lighting, though. If the lighting's not good on camera, then I'd say no. But anyways, relationships, right? And so email can help you scale those relationships. All right, and there are some reasons why email is actually better than social media. It gives you control over your content, gives you control over your deliverability, you get to own your list, you get better visibility, direct communication, right? You get to actually have a relationship with the people in your email list. And we're already using email to follow up with our clients, okay? Now, all I'm saying is leverage a CRM, power that with AI, and you can follow up with your clients automatically and almost in perpetuity. And I'll show you how we're going to do that. We're going to do that by implementing evergreen email marketing. Who's heard of evergreen email marketing before? Awesome. A couple folks. So evergreen, really what that means is it's always relevant, okay? It's going to be about making campaigns that are going to stay relevant today and 2 years from now. So as a realtor, I'm not a realtor, but if I was, I would probably want to tell my clients about the real estate market in the month of May 2023. But that content is outdated next month and in a year from now. So that's good. I'll make social content about that. I might do an email blast if the market did a quick shift to let people know. But I want to make evergreen content so I can make content and it's going to be good in perpetuity. An example of some evergreen content local to Vegas could be, I want to talk about Home is Possible, the down payment assistance program for first-time home buyers. That stuff doesn't change that often. This, information is the same. 680 credit score. You get $20,000 some dollars, right? And that information isn't changing as much. So I can put that in my email marketing campaign, and it'll be relevant this month and next year, and so on. And so when you build these campaigns, you can actually, with one working session, build out an email campaign that can last 90 days, 100 days, 180 days, a whole year. I've actually built out email marketing campaigns that go over the span of an entire year. Now, why would you want to do this? Because a couple of reasons. One, there's a bunch of buyers that you're probably disqualifying because they're not ready yet. They come and talk to you, but they're not ready yet. So what can you do? You can educate them. So you can put a drip campaign that educates them about credit building, about the market, about where they need to go to get down payment assistance if that's what they need. And you can just stay top of mind by sending out these emails that are pre-built. And we're going to use AI to pre-build them. And I'll show you how that works. So I got some stuff about best practices. I'm going to skip that today. Some stuff about bad practices. I'm going to skip that today. But this is fun. I think this is something that everybody can resonate with if you send emails. And I want to give a quick shout out to my personal AI assistant. Their name is Techie. It's TechieAI. You can go to techie.techstart.co. This is a product I developed using Bubble, actually. So it's a SaaS product, and it has a whole library of AI prompts. Just make it easier for you to do your evergreen email marketing campaign. You just tell Techie, hey, I need real estate education, and I needed the voice of 50 cents, and I want to talk about pizza. Right, and it'll figure that out for you. But let's keep this moving because I have some stuff at the back end that I want to show y'all, and then I know Jack is also itching to share with y'all what he's up to. So you heard about TechStart, Tyson and Suriel and a bunch of other companies here in Vegas use my software to manage their business. One of the features in here is you can build automated campaigns, right? So you can do a 90-day cold sales nurture sequence. I love this. Tyson and I have done this for a couple of our clients where we would go make evergreen content that's actually engaging, something people actually want to
read about, listen to, and plug that into a sequence so it's not salesy. It's not, hey, are you ready to buy a home yet? Hey, are you ready to list your property? But it's going to be more like, hey, I just want to let you know about the super cool thing happening in Vegas. When's the last time you went to Red Rock? Make sure you go to Red Rock. It's a great way to connect with nature. That could be an example of some content. By the way, did you know that they're developing this new Red Rock property or this master community? And that could be one of the emails in your 90-day email sequence. And so these types of emails aren't supposed to be spammy at all. They're just supposed to create a conversation. And you can use ChatGPT to get some support, or you can use TechieAI to get some support in creating this content, and then you can sequence it in. And really what will happen is every single time somebody opts in, they're gonna get your email through that sequence every single time. And so that is some of the email marketing stuff I wanted to talk to you all about. I'm gonna move past all of this stuff here. Before I get to the next piece, does anybody have any questions?
When you use the automatic system for the mail processing, you're telling the AI to create a time frame and the subject of the email, or you're creating the content?
No, so you use AI to create the content, and then you load the content into the system, and you forget about it, pretty much. Until you wait, you just wait for people to reply.
So you put in a CRM system, and then you schedule the CRM.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah, a lot of the things I think we talked about today was, some of the work that we've talked about as businesses that we know are important. Social media content, video marketing, email marketing, right? The reason why we haven't done that as business owners, and I'm going to speak for all of us for a moment, if you haven't done it, it's because you're busy. You're taking calls, you're doing business. And it takes a lot of time to plan out 6 months, 180 days, 360 pieces of social media content. It takes a lot of time, but with ChatGPT, with Techie, with the CRM, you can do it in less than half a day. Right.
How do you get people to opt into your email marketing campaign?
Yeah, so it's all about relationships, baby. Got to connect with people. So the way I do my networking is I got my digital card. I just ask people to tap it. It opens up my contact book, and then they opt in immediately. And then I just send them my emails from there on, because it's all about relationships. My emails aren't spammy emails like, hey, don't forget, buy my product. It's, hey, it was great to meet you last week. By the way, if you want some free resources on digital networking, I got these tools that you can use for free. If you like my email, stay tuned, because next week I'm going to show you some really cool hacks. It's all about relationships. You got to treat those contacts like a relationship you care about. Yeah. So I was really excited to unveil this project. This is AI CEO Suriel, Tyson, and I have been developing this the last 3 weeks or so. And we just finished this piece of it today. You can go ahead and text her at this number, and you can actually have a conversation with AI CEO. And it will follow up with you. It's supposed to help you with your business plan, help you with your coaching. And it's super cool. I can't wait to really take it to the next level. Some of the things that we're going to do with it include sales follow-up, automated sales follow-up. So it's going to act as our sales assistant, as our customer service assistant, and can be super powerful. So if you don't mind, y'all, pull out your phones and text her right now and ask her any kind of business question you have. And I'd love to get your feedback on how that works. All right, did anybody text the AI CEO? Yeah. Raise your hands. Some folks did? Okay. Well, you can go ahead and have a conversation with her, and she'll follow up with you. Last thing I just got to share with you also, my company, we set up AI-powered CRMs to help launch your brand. That's really what we do. We personalize it for your brand. We have a couple different programs. If you're interested in learning more, you can just text AI CEO. Let her know you want to book a call with me, and I'll make sure to follow up, schedule that call with you guys. That's it. Any questions?
Yes. How do you differentiate your CRM from run-of-the-mill CRM? I wouldn't even call run-of-the-mill, but like Monday.com.
Yeah. Really great question. I think first off, Monday.com is interesting, so I'm not going to comment on that. What I will comment on is that Every CRM is like a blank, blank closet, right? Like it's the clothes that's going to be in your closet, it's going to be unique to you. Okay, and so what I found in helping lots of business owners implement a CRM is that if you just get started with the CRM and you don't know how to use it, you get stuck trying to implement everything for yourself. I think if I raise a hand who has a CRM and is not fully implementing it and not fully using it, it's probably because you just haven't been able to break through and do all of the things that the CRM can let you do, right? So what we do that's differently is it's not software as a service where we just give you the software and say, hey, buddy, good luck. It's software with a service. You work with me and my team, implement it for you, make it custom to your business, we train you and your staff, right? So it just takes care of you. I think that's the biggest differentiators. It's not just about the technology, it's also about the people element.
So if we use this system to, how you get text from companies, they have the ability to reply, and then it will be my choice to reply, or the AI automatically gets back to it.
Right now, I set it up so it's automatically for the AI to reply, but you can customize and implement it for yourself. Yeah, you got it. I'm curious, what would you ask her?
How do I target foot traffic to my food truck?
And what did she say?
Hi there, it's a great to hear that you're looking to target food traffic for your food truck. Here's some tips. One, use social media, and then it tells me the steps. Start by creating an active presence, social media, and blah, blah. Number two, and then it goes on. Number two, use a local CEO, and it tells you what to do. Number three, get creative, and then gives me a tip on how to get creative. And then it goes with, I hope tips help you out.
Awesome. Great, well, thank you all so much. Appreciate it.
Can you go back to that one stuff?
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is pretty much a breakdown of our packages and what we offer. My company, like I said, we're TechStart. We're focused on technology implementation, and it's not just about giving you the best tech, but we also give you training so that you know how it works and make sure you're successful with it. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
Hi, I'm going to be really quick because if you're not a real estate agent, I can't help you. I work with real estate agents and some lenders, and that's it. So setting expectations, if you're not a real estate agent, go have a charcuterie cup in the back and enjoy it. I've been in the tech sector since America Online in the 90s, and basically this is the most exciting stuff to come out since Facebook Live. Came out 7 years ago, the end. And in terms of prompts, you're only as good as the data you're putting in. Something you should be doing is asking ChatGPT questions. So acting as a real estate agent, you're acting as a real estate agent who specializes in listings in 89052. What questions do you have for me before I give you my, my methodology and how I want to work with you? And then ChatGPT will give you questions to answer. That's like masterclass level prompt engineering. That's the stuff you need to be doing. To really, you've got 400 trillion parameters this thing is working from. Okay? It's a lot smarter than you. It's a lot smarter than me. So you want to be asking it questions ahead of time. Say what you want it to do, say what your expectations are, and say what questions you have for me before we continue on. That's critical. You have to do that. Get ChatGPT 4.0. So that's $20 you're ever going to spend. Any real estate agent by the end of the year is going to be spending between $50 and $100 a month in AI. And it'll be the best money you ever spent. Okay? Regarding copyright and all that, caveat emptor, buyer beware, because all this stuff is getting scraped from the internet. It's taken everything from the internet up to September of 2021. It's going to get better, but it's only as good as good data in, good data out. So even I've done a bunch of property descriptions for my clients, and it gets the bedrooms wrong. It gets the bathrooms wrong. That happens, okay? But this is not going to replace you. This is going to help you get more done throughout your day. That's what AI is. So any of you that saw The Terminator, this is not Skynet. I talked to my dad today. He's an 80-year-old Jewish guy living in upstate New York, and he's got 400,000 rounds of ammunition. And if fucking Canada invades Western New York, Mark Fargo is going to cut them all in half. I'll tell you that right now. And we're talking about this morning. Aren't you worried about all this? And no, Dad, I'm not, because I'm a goddamn optimist. I got through a divorce and I have 2 genetically superior children. I like life. We're going to be okay. Everything's just goddamn fine. So, that being said, with ChatGPT, you have to be engaged in a conversation. You've got to retrain your brain. We're so used to Googling stuff, asked and answered. Pizza places near me. And then you get Fred's Pizza, Uncle Jimmy's Pepperoni Shack, and everything else. Well, that's nice, but what about, my date, my partner, or whatever, has a gluten allergy? Well, I want stuff now that, give me stuff that's gluten-free options. That's what's coming down the road. You're going to start getting portals where you're going to have plugins to do travel, order food, all that's coming, okay? And it's going to be coming really, really, really fast. So the best thing I can tell you is this, is jump into it. You're not going to break ChatGPT. I've tried for over 20 years to break MySpace, America Online, Facebook, Instagram, all that horse shit. And I haven't broken any of them. So you're not going to break ChatGPT. All right? But you need to be relevant. If you're a real estate agent, if you're a lender, it is a race to relevance. Nobody puts out content in the country more than I do. I will argue that point with anybody in the title and escrow space. I have a podcast that I do. Podcast drops every single week. I drop anywhere from 1 to 3 to 4 short form content videos every day, 7 days a week. I started monetizing after 3 weeks. I had the #1 broker in town for Q1 of this year come on my podcast a month ago. We're now working with his office at Fidelity National Title because he was on my podcast and we jived. And anyone that wants to jump into just do a podcast, you better know how to have a conversation with somebody. If you talk over them, if you're rude, if you've got all these notes prepared like you're fucking David Letterman, don't do podcasts. You have to be an amazing conversationalist to be a podcaster. And I've been doing it now since December, and I've gotten pretty decent at it. If you have questions about that, all my information is on that QR code. All my socials are on that QR code. Go ahead and stalk me, and I'm happy to help you out. I'm done. Jenna, wrap it up.
Thank you guys so much for speaking. I learned something new. I hope you did too. Does anybody have any last questions?
Thank you for the invite.
Hmm?
Thank you for the invite.
Yes. Well,
Thank you, Jenna.
thank you guys.